Hello thrill seekers, and welcome back to our channel. Tonight, we're dimming the lights and diving deep into the shadows. We've gathered some of the most chilling, unexplainable, and downright terrifying moments have occurred on camera. Are you ready? Because these aren't special effects. This is a compilation of what many believe to be real ghost sightings. Let's begin with our first clip, taken by a group of urban explorers in an abandoned hospital, a place with a dark and troubled past. They were filming their adventure when they captured something truly unsettling. Watch the background closely. As the camera pans across this derelict hallway, a faint, shadowy figure appears at the far end. It's there for just a second, a dark silhouette against the decaying wall, before vanishing completely. The explorers didn't notice it at the time, only discovering the anomaly later when reviewing their footage. Skeptics might say it's a trick of the light, but the way it moves, or rather, glides, is hard to explain away. What do you think is lurking in those forgotten halls? Next, we journey to a quiet suburban home. A family had been experiencing strange occurrences for weeks. Objects moving on their own, disembodied whispers, and an unshakable feeling of being watched. They decided to set up a security camera in their living room overnight. For hours, nothing happened. But then, just after 3 a.m., the witching hour, a rocking chair in the corner begins to move. It starts slowly, a gentle back and forth, as if an unseen person just sat down. Then, it rocks more and more violently, with a force that seems impossible on its own. There are no open windows, no pets in the room. The family was terrified when they saw this the next morning. It's one thing to hear a bump in the night, but to see it with your own eyes, that's a whole different level of fear. Our third piece of footage comes from a security guard on his nightly patrol at an old historic theater, known for its ghostly legends. He was doing his rounds, filming on his phone to document that everything was secure. As he walks across the empty stage, looking out into the sea of vacant seats, the camera catches something in the upper balcony. A single sat, which was folded up just moments before, is now down. And in it, a pale, translucent shape can be seen. It looks like a woman in an old-fashioned dress. The guard, feeling a sudden, intense, cold spot, quickly turns the camera away. When he looks back, both with his eyes and the camera, the seat is up again, and the figure is gone. He said he felt a profound sadness in that moment, as if he had disturbed a lonely spirit. Now, for a clip that went viral, and for good reason, a group of friends were camping in a notoriously haunted forest. They were sitting around the campfire, telling stories and laughing, with their camera set up on a tripod to capture the memory. Pay attention to the woods behind them, as one friend tells a particularly animated story. A pair of glowing eyes appears between the trees. But these aren't the eyes of any known animal in that region. They're too high off the ground, and they have an eerie, self-illuminating quality. The eyes stare for a few moments, before blinking out of existence. The campers were completely oblivious, their laughter echoing in the darkness, unaware of who, or what, was watching them from the shadows. Seeing this later sent a shiver down their spines. This next one is subtle, but that's what makes it so creepy. It's from a baby monitor. A mother was watching her toddler sleeping soundly in his crib. Suddenly, a small orb of light appears in the room. It zips around the crib, hovering over the sleeping child for a moment, before disappearing through the wall. The baby doesn't wake up, sleeping peacefully through the entire event. The mother was understandably disturbed. While some might dismiss these orbs as dust or insects, the intelligent and deliberate way this light moves is what makes believers think it could be something, or perhaps a guardian spirit, or something else entirely. It's a chilling reminder that we might not be alone, even in the most secure and personal spaces of our homes. Let's head back to another abandoned location, this time a centuries-old prison. A team of paranormal investigators was conducting a session, using a device called a spirit box that scans radio frequencies, which some believe spirits can use to communicate. They were asking questions into the darkness, hoping for a response. As they ask, "Is anyone here with us?" a clear, raspy voice comes through the static, saying a single word: "Get out." The investigators are visibly shaken. As they process what they just heard, a heavy cell door down the hall, which they had checked and confirmed was locked, slams shut with a deafening bang. The raw fear on their faces is undeniable. They did exactly what the voice told them to do and left immediately. Our seventh clip is from a dashboard camera. A man was driving home late at night on a deserted country road. The road ahead is empty, illuminated only by his headlights. All of a sudden, a shadowy, human-like figure appears to run across the road. It's impossibly fast and almost transparent. The driver slams on the brakes, but there's no impact. He gets out of his car, his heart pounding, but there's no one there. There's nowhere for a person to have gone that quickly. The footage shows the figure phase through the guardrail on the other side of the road. It's a fleeting moment, but it's one that the driver says he will never, ever forget. Was it a trick of the mind, or a phantom forever doomed to cross that lonely stretch of highway? Next, we have footage from a pub in England, one that boasts a history stretching back over 500 years and is famous for its resident ghosts. The security cameras are always rolling, and they often capture strange things. On this particular night, long after closing, a glass that was sitting safely in the middle of a shelf behind the bar suddenly slides to the edge and shatters on the floor. There's no vibration, no earthquake, nothing that could explain it. It's as if an unseen hand deliberately pushed it. The staff are used to these kinds of poltergeist-like activities, but seeing such clear evidence is always a startling experience. It seems some of the old patrons never truly left. This ninth clip is particularly personal and unsettling. A young woman was filming a video diary in her bedroom. As she's talking to the camera, the door to her closet, which is behind her and slightly ajar, slowly creaks open on its own. She doesn't notice at first and continues speaking. Then, a pale hand with long, slender fingers reaches out from the darkness of the closet and gently pulls the door shut again. A moment later, she hears the soft click of the latch and pauses, looking confused. She gets up to check the door and finds it firmly closed. It was only when she watched the video back that she saw the horrifying event that unfolded right behind her. She moved out the very next day. For our final clip, we return to the great outdoors, this time to a historic battlefield park. A tourist was taking a panoramic video of the serene landscape at sunset. As he pans across the empty field, where a major battle once took place, the camera captures fleeting, transparent figures. They look like soldiers, clad in old-fashioned uniforms, marching in formation. They appear for just a few seconds, like a heat haze or a glitch in the footage, before fading away as the camera continues to move. The person filming didn't see them with his own eyes. It's as if the camera was able to pick up a residual energy, an echo of the past replaying itself over and over. It's a haunting and poignant image, a ghostly reminder of the history imprinted on the very soil beneath our feet. And there you have it, 10 moments that are difficult, if not impossible, to explain through conventional means. Are these definitive proof of the paranormal? We'll leave that up to you to decide. What you've seen is raw, unfiltered, and for many, absolutely terrifying. The world is full of mysteries, and maybe, just maybe, these clips offer a small glimpse into a reality that exists just beyond our own. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more chilling content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the shadows. Let us know in the comments which clip you found the most convincing or terrifying. Stay safe, and whatever you do, keep your eyes open. You never know what you might see.